Monday, 8th of June 2015. Paper highlights. First, let's look at the paper highlights from Daily Mirror. No faith motion. A miss not in favor. President Maithripala Sirisena is not in favor of entertaining the no-confidence motion against Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe and believes that the enactment of the 20th Amendment to the Constitution should take precedence over anything, Daily Mirror learns. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. I had a clear mandate to become PM, Ranil. Responding to one of the charges made in the no-confidence motion against him that he had become the Premier through the back door, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said yesterday that he had accepted the post following a clear mandate. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Motion against PM warranted. MR. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa said that the blatant falsehoods, corruption and persecution of opponents warranted a no-confidence motion against Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Elilan might have taken cyanide. Anandi. The wife of a senior functionary of the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, Anandi Sasidharan, had told the Hindu newspaper on Saturday that her husband might have taken cyanide pills after he surrendered to the security forces in May 2009, as he had 2 pills. However, she said she was not aware of the instructions of the LTTE to its members in such an eventuality. She also urged Dravida Munnetra Kalaham President M. Karunanidhi and his daughter and MP Kanimoli to break their silence on their role on the issue of surrender of LTTE members to the Sri Lankan security forces in May 2009. More highlights from Daily Mirror. JVP calls for setting up of CC. The Janata Vimukti Paramuna yesterday called for the setting up of the Constitutional Council without the 3 civil society members, stating that there is provision for such a situation in the 19th Amendment. JVP leader Anurakumara Desanayake said parties should discuss the situation as it is an essential move. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Government will not take action on no-faith motion. Vijayadasa. The government will not take any action on the no-confidence motion signed by 112 parliamentarians against Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, Justice Minister Vijayadasa Rajapaksa said yesterday. He said the no-confidence motion was useless because President Maithripala had decided to dissolve Parliament soon. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Radhika's appointment to CC. Female MPs not consulted. Female MPs have raised the issue with Speaker Chamal Rajapaksa that they had not been consulted regarding the nomination of Radhika Kumaraswamy to the Constitutional Council, Daily Mirror learns. Now let's look at the paper highlights from Ceylon today. Tamil Nadu police launch search operation. Prabhakaran goes missing. In a dramatic turn of events in the South Indian state of Tamil Nadu, the police has launched a massive search for former LTTE leader Velupilla Prabhakaran of Sri Lanka, who had gone missing. Indian media reports said yesterday. Public attention apparently garnered by the remote South Poige Nallur village near here following the installation of erstwhile LTTE chief Velupilla Prabhakaran's statue was short-lived after it was found removed under mysterious circumstances from the Sevugaraya Ayyanar temple during the wee hours of Saturday, even as some villagers and political outfits claimed that a team of police personnel had taken down the controversial statue clandestinely. The police denied the allegations and claimed that the statue was pulled down by the villagers themselves. Another highlight from Ceylon today. World-famous Sigri frescoes in danger. Department of Archaeology revealed that the world-famous Sigri frescoes are chipping off due to the lack of preservation. Sigiriya is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Another highlight from Ceylon today. Kanimoli contradicts Anante. Indian Prime Minister Kanimoli on Sunday dismissed as completely baseless the claim of the LTTE leader Sasidharan's wife Anandi that her husband surrendered to the Sri Lankan forces on her advice. I am not an authority to ask someone to surrender either on behalf of the Indian government or the Sri Lankan government. I don't know who is behind this story, Kanimoli told The Hindu when asked about the claim made by Anandi, who is also a member of the Northern Provincial Council. Anandi, in an interview to this newspaper and her deposition before Mullaitivu Magistrate Court, had said her husband had a conversation with Kanimoli over a satellite phone before taking a decision on surrender. More highlights from Ceylon today. FCID Corp transferred. A chief inspector attached to the Police Financial Crimes Division was transferred with immediate effect. Police spokesman ASP Rowan Gunasekara, speaking to Ceylon today, said Chief Inspector MACN Francis was transferred transferred as acting OIC to the Velikada Police Division. Let's move to another highlight from Ceylon today. CID confirms corporal carried pistol. CID investigations relating to the incident where an army corporal carried a pistol to a meeting attended by President Maithripala Sirisena in Angunukola Pelessa in April have taken a new turn, a senior police official told Ceylon today. CID sleuths have found evidence to corroborate the testimonies of two police special task force officers who stated that the corporal who acted as a bodyguard of MP Namal Rajapaksa was found with a firearm. The CID had recorded statements from 8 STF officers who were at the scene and has also requested information from the army about the weapon issued for this army corporal. Now let's move to the paper highlights from Daily News. Crucial cabinet meeting to adopt general framework on 20th A. New framework to be gazetted immediately. Cabinet subcommittee report to provide. As a last-ditch effort to arrive at a final agreement on the 20th amendment, the cabinet will meet today at 6 p.m. to adopt a general framework with regard to electoral reforms. At the meeting, President Maithripala Sirisena will instruct members of his cabinet to arrive at an agreement on the basic framework of electoral reforms, leaving aside delicate and contentious matters, highly placed sources of the government told the Daily News yesterday. Another highlight from Daily News. Next poll should be held under present system. Venerable Sobita. National Government for a Just Society leader Venerable Maduluvavi Sobita Tera said even though the 20th Amendment will be passed, the forthcoming election should be held under the present system. Another highlight from Daily News. No confidence motion against PM. Some signatures fake. Ravi. Finance Minister Ravi Karunanayake yesterday claimed that some of the signatures of the no confidence motion against Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe collected by the opposition were fakes. Another highlight from Daily News. Rupees 2,000 million in loans defaulted to Lankaputra. The Financial Crimes Investigation Department of the police have commenced investigating into the failure of 15 business tycoons to pay back loans to the tune of rupees 2,000 million obtained from Lankaputra Development Bank. Another highlight from Daily News. Settlements in Vilpattu are recent ones. Environmentalists emphasize that the settlement of people clearing forest land surrounding the Vilpattu National Park had been done blatantly violating the existing environmental laws and regulations. They made this observation in their report on the controversies surrounding the human settlements near Vilpattu, which was handed over to President Maithripala Sirisena at the Presidential Secretariat on Friday. Another highlight from Daily News. NCM against PM, unprecedented in Westminster tradition. MR. This is probably the first time in the history of Westminster parliamentary tradition that half the sitting MPs have signed a no-confidence motion, former President Mahinda Rajapaksa stated in a communique yesterday. This situation is not surprising given an unethical conduct of this government, of which I too have been at the receiving end, he told. We brought you the paper highlights from today's newspapers and we will bring you more tomorrow.